Bryce, there was a lot of talk coming into this game about what you could do with your legs. What do you think you showed today?
Honestly, just making the plays that my team needed me to make. Whenever they showed themselves, as far as the plays that I had to make, that I had to make the opportunity the best I could. So.
Front left here, Tony.
Yeah, Bryce, my question was similar. How eager were you to start using your legs?
Honestly, I feel in a couple of weeks I watched our film a lot, go over our loss, of course, from last week. Just realized how much of a difference I can make if I use my legs way more. So whenever the opportunity presents itself, like I said last time, I present it. So.
And then maybe one more for both of you. How much do you think that helped open up lanes for the rest of the running backs? I mean, 3 big carries in the first 3 games, and there were like 17 carries of 10 plus today.
Honestly, just like I said, whatever my team needed, I was able to show that on the field.
Yeah, I thought he did a great job just making it easier for us to run the ball because he's a threat as a runner, so it just helped a lot open up the run game.
All right, we'll stay on the left side in the front here. Steve?
For Bryce and Andrew, you talk about you go against Jay Sean in practice daily.
Of course.
Talk about what you see him do in practice and just what sets him apart.
Jay Sean is one of a kind, of course. He's like no other, but of course we got 10 other players on the field that makes amazing plays every single day at practice, that makes me better every single day, so.
Yes, sir. Jay Sean, I mean, he's obviously very hard to block, especially as an O-lineman, but like Bryce said, we got Cole Sullivan, Ernie, Jimmy Roeder, Troy Bowles, Chase Taylor. We got a lot of good linebackers, so everyone gives a good look.
Same area here, front left. Ryan?
For both of you guys, what stood out most about Biff Poggi during with him coaching today?
No matter what, I feel like it was leadership, honestly. Just having a great leadership as far as the coaching staff and also our players also stepped up as well, knowing that we were going to have a head coach that won't be here for the next 2 weeks, so we just know we got to step up. So.
Second row on the left, Tom?
This is for Andrew. Could you kind of tell us what practice was like this week? Did you know that you were going to have a good, productive offensive line play over the course of the week?
Yes, sir. Practice this week was very intense, very detailed. We were just really trying to bounce back from last week, go back to our fundamentals, and I think it really showed today with the O-line, and we just continue to get closer as a unit.
Front right, Chris?
Your thoughts on how the guards played in the absence of your 2 starters?
Oh, they played very good. I mean, I played next to Jake. Jake's one of my best friends in the world, and it's an awesome feeling being out there. He played great, and then Nate Afobe on the other side, he played great, so it was really good to see that from those 2.
Got time for a few more before we get Coach Poggi in here. Give us a minute to get the microphone, but we'll go towards the middle there to Joel.
For both of you guys, starting with Bryce, after 3 weeks, do you guys have a good handle on what the identity of this offense needs to be?
We're a dominant team. That's really what we are. There's no other way to put it. We're going to dominate every way possible. Whatever we got thrown at us, we're going to give back what we need to. So.
In the back right, Austin?
Bryce, what was Coach Moore's last message to you guys last night, and did you feel some extra motivation to go out there and play well because he wasn't here?
The last message he gave was not play for him, play for us. Be the best us we could possibly be, of course. That was our main goal going to this game, dominate the best we can. So.
In the front on the right, Isaiah?
Bryce, just your emotion seeing Elijah come down with his interception.
I called it in the first quarter. I called he was going to have an interception. He told me before the game he was going to have one. But I told Rod Moore before the second quarter, he's going to come up with a pick. They throw it his way. So it was just an amazing feeling just to see one of my guys, that I came along with from high school make a good play. So.
Front row on the left, Brian?
I think Biff said at halftime on the broadcast something about a love letter you guys sent Coach Moore. Can you kind of explain what went into that and more details about that?
Yeah, I don't know much about that, but I mean Coach Moore just told us he loves us, and yeah, Coach Moore really does love us, and we love him back, and we love Coach Poggi just as much.
Second row on the left, Angelique.
I have 2 questions for both of you. How do you feel like this team is positioned going into the Big Ten opener?
I say as long as we make sure what we do is right, defined, everything that we do is to the T, I feel like we're capable of any and everything. So.
Yes, ma'am. I think we have the standard up here, and as long as we meet that standard every day, I think the sky's the limit for this team, especially in the Big Ten.
And also, Andrew, you didn't have two starters on the offensive line today. What was the focus of your group going into this game?
Just the same as it always is, you know. When we preach, when one person comes out, the next person comes in, and we don't miss a beat. And I think we didn't miss a beat today.
Any final questions for these gentlemen before we get Coach Poggi in here? We'll go back to the front here. Tony?
How much do you feel you guys needed a game like this after what happened last week in Oklahoma?
Honestly, we feel like if we, cross our T's and dot our I's, of course, every single week of practice, this is how the outcome will be. We'll be dominating. We'll be the best us we could possibly be, no matter who we are, who we playing, of course. So, yeah.
First, what was your emotions getting that pick that you got?
Surreal. All glory to God. Couldn't imagine anything better than that. So I said all week I was going to get an interception. I told my coaches, if they throw my way, the ball comes, I'm going to get one. So that's what I did.
And Jordan, getting the touchdown called back, but then getting in the end zone later, what was your feeling just initially with the first call, and how good did it feel to actually get in the end zone?
I was kind of mad at Marsh, but it is what it is. He apologized, but again, next play mentality, and then something that was kind of behind the scenes is Justice comes up to me before the half, and he's like, I want Jordan to score this one. He got one called back, and we talk about the culture here, and that's something that the culture is just great, and getting in the end zone for the first time, I feel like it's been a long time like I've been playing, but it was great, and to have the culture and a guy like Justice that we get to feed off each other's energy, it's amazing.
Go to the back right, Jonathan.
Biff just said Jay Sean might be Superman. I guess what do you make of that, and how big of a tone setter is he for you guys?
That's Superman. Going against him in practice every single day is not fun, especially in camp when we're pretty live and we're hitting each other. It's no fun. He's a problem, and I'm glad he's on our team.
Front left here, Tony.
Yeah, for Jordan. Bryce obviously got his legs going today. How much do you think that helped you and the backs have more room to work?
I think it helps the whole offense. When we have another layer to our offense, we have the run game. Bryce can scramble and throw the ball on the run, and he can also throw it. And to have all those things, and for him to be comfortable doing that, and he took some hits and gave some hits. Like, that dude, he can run some guys over, and I'm just excited. Like, watching him on the sideline, you're like, this kid he's going to be a monster. And he's just getting better and better as the week goes on. And for him to bounce back like he did from last week, it shows his heart, his character, and who Bryce is. But that kid can run the ball and throw the ball, and I'm just excited to see what we can do. And, yes, it helps me run the ball. It opens up gaps. He's pulling defenders off the backside of runs, so, yes.
Back right, Austin.
Jordan, can you just describe the scene at dinner last night with Coach Moore? How emotional was that, and was that motivation for you guys today?
Yeah, it's motivational just because that's our head coach, and I know any of us at this table would do anything for him. That's why we came to Michigan, to play for a guy that has the passion he does for this program, and it means something when you step out there and your head coach isn't out there, and just the desire and fire you want to play for him, for his family, because he's at home watching the game. He would do anything to be out there with us this weekend, next week. So I think a lot of the guys got emotional knowing that he wouldn't be there, but we had to play for him and set the tone for him. And I think our guys did that well, from the starters to the guys that came in later in the game. Everybody executed, and we played a full football game.
Second row on the left, Aaron.
For the other two of you, what do you think your coach is thinking right now after watching this game?
I think he's proud of us. Earlier in the week he told us he would do anything to be out there with us. Yeah, he just said that play for the name on the back. Don't even play for me, because we all said, we're going to play for Coach Moore this game. He said play for the name on your back. And he said he was going to be at home jumping up and down on his couch regardless of what happens. He said he was proud of us and he loves us. So we went out there and played for Coach Moore.
Yeah, I would say about the same. I hope he's at home really happy. I bet he is. Really throughout the week, like he said, his message was really just to go play for ourselves, not to really make him more worried about him. But I really think that we all came out here with the same mindset, doing it for Coach Moore. And it definitely felt weird at first, but as we got going, everything started clicking. It really worked out.
Second row, far right.
Andrew, you had the touchdown today and had another long reception in the pass game. How much more of an impact do you think you can have in the pass game along with the rest of the receivers?
I feel like I could definitely help our team really make more plays in the pass game, but we really have a great room. I think all of the guys in there really moving forward are going to make more plays, more and more plays, and just as Bryce gets back there, gets more comfortable, we all get more comfortable as an offense, I think we'll all start clicking.
Farther back on the right, Sam.
Jordan, you mentioned Justice came up to you and said that he wanted you to get that next touchdown. How much does this running back room support each other, and can you just speak on the depth of that room?
So that's just one case. At the end of the game, Kuz went in, got a touchdown, and he was supposed to go in that last drive, and one of our walk-ons, Tomas O'Mara, got to go in and play. And talking to him, he was just like, this is a blessing. Like, I never thought I would be able to do this, be able to play, and you just know something special is in that room. And we've been saying this since before the season. And the depth in that room is, you saw it. Everybody can go out there and perform at the same level. And when everybody can go out there and there's no drop-off, it's a humbling feeling. And I feel like I've done my part of teaching the younger guys. And Justice the same. He's taught me so much. He's taught the younger guys. I've taught him. Like, when you have that bond with each other, it's unbreakable. And to be so unselfish and just to go out there and play for your brothers, it's a true humbling feeling, and I wouldn't want to be on any other team.
Time for a couple more for these guys. Front left, Alejandro.
Andrew, Jordan, Biff was just in here saying you guys took the air out of the ball a little bit last week against Oklahoma, didn't do it today, and given who you have at quarterback, never take the air out of the ball again. I guess what does that imply for your offense, and what's your reaction to hearing that you'll be airing it out?
I feel like as a receiver, it's definitely something I love to hear. I feel like definitely something that people love to hear. As a team, we know that we can always run the ball. We know that that's something we're good at. But we really just – I feel like today we were able to show the whole world that we can throw the ball too. Of course, we're always Michigan. We're going to have the run game aspect. But moving forward, just being able to throw the ball more, I think it'll open up a lot of things.
It opens up the run for us. So I'm excited that we're getting this going. And Bryce is slinging it. He's pulling the ball and taking some and running some. But it opens up for me, Justice, Kuz, whoever's in there, it opens it up for us. So I'm excited that we're getting this going. And just like Marsh said, this is going to be a big part of our game throughout the rest of the season. And it has to be. We have to be able to throw the ball because it helps the box. It makes the box less cloudy. So just to make sure that we can have a balance of both is something that we're definitely striving for the remainder of the season.
Front right, Clayton.
Jordan, were the first couple weeks a little frustrating for you, just given there wasn't a ton of room to run? It felt like a lot of those carries. And then what was your mindset coming into this one, coming off of those games?
Yeah, it's been hard, but it's how do you respond? And for me, it's leaning on God, leaning on my parents, leaning on Tony, leaning on my mom, and just staying grounded. I know what I can do when I step out there, and just to get the opportunity to step out there is a blessing. So when I'm not getting those runs I want, or I'm getting those 3-4 yards and not really no long runs, I have to think to myself, I'm helping Justice. I'm helping the guy soften up the holes for my teammates. And like I said, you have to be unselfish. You have to give all you can so Justice maybe if I don't get some of those runs in the past, Justice doesn't break a big one. And just that energy of feeding off each other, like I said, is something that we're going to have to do. Sometimes I'm not going to have a great game or a breakout run, and sometimes he might not. But it's how we balance off of each other and how we pick up where one's lacking and coach each other up on the sideline.
All right, last question for these guys. Front left, Angelique.
Jordan, where was this team emotionally after the Oklahoma loss, and what does this game do for you going into the Big Ten?
I feel like last year, after we lost week 2 last year, and it was kind of a dividing factor with our team, and guys kind of did their own thing. And that was, we had a player-led meeting this week, and the message was to come together. We have to come together. We have to be stronger from this moment. And a lot of these guys are like, we're going undefeated. We're winning everything. So we lost. We can still win out the whole rest of the season, and that's what you got to focus on. You got to focus on one game at a time, and that's what we're going to do. This week's we got Nebraska coming up. We're going to enjoy this one tonight, and then we're going to get back there tomorrow and start studying, start watching film, and it's a different energy now. We're in Big Ten play, and I'm excited to go up there and prove that we can do what we did here on an away stage and walk in and take over their trap. Like that's the main goal, is to walk in there and take over their way. They wear red, and we don't like that. So we're gonna go in there. We're gonna be physical, throwing the ball, running the ball. Defense is gonna be physical, and I'm just excited. It's Big Ten play, and a lot of the guys are gonna be jacked up because it's time to go.